We are moving on to lesson 85. We're talking about the surface area of cylinders and prisms. Okay, and it says to find the surface area of cylinders and prisms. For your objective here, get that written down. Here's your formula for the surface area of a cylinder. We're going to take the circumference of the base and multiply it by the height of the cylinder, and then add in the area of each base. Okay, and example 1 says to compute the surface area of the cylinder in terms of pi. So again, I'm just going to say that the surface area of a cylinder is the circumference of the base times the height plus the area of each base. Okay? Well, the circumference of a base, it's the circumference of the circle, okay, which is pi times the diameter. So in this case, the circumference of the base is the diameter 4 times pi, and we're going to multiply that by the height of the cylinder, which is 5. Okay, so 4 pi times 5, plus the area of each base. Well, the bases are the same, so it's pi times the radius squared. Okay, so we got the radius squared, so we have 2 squared times pi is one base right here, okay, and then the other base is also 2 squared times pi. Because again, the radius is 2. Okay, and area of a circle is pi times the radius squared. So radius squared times pi. Well, so we can take 4 pi times 5, that's 20 pi, plus 2 squared times pi is 4 pi, plus 2 squared times pi is 4 pi. Now we want to add numbers like this. This is basically just like saying 20x plus 4x plus 4x. Those are all like terms. We can add all those together. 20 plus 4 is 28, and we just leave pi afterwards. Okay, and now we don't know the label, so we'll go ahead and put on units, and since it's area, it's squared. 28 pi units squared. So again, walk through this example one more time here. We took the circumference of the base, because circumference is pi times the diameter. Okay, so we took the diameter 4 times pi right here, and we multiplied that by the height of the cylinder, which is 5. Okay, and what that gives me is that gives me the area of this part right in here, if we were to unfold it. Okay? Plus, then we had to find the area of each base. So we found the area of the base, which is pi times radius squared. And we added that up twice because we have 2 bases. And add that all together and we got 28 pi units squared. And again, we're leaving it because it says compute in terms of pi. Alright, but that's how to find the surface area of a cylinder. Let's go ahead and move on to the surface area of a prism on the next slide. Okay, to find the surface area of a prism, we're going to add up the area of all the faces. Okay, so this is a triangular prism right here. We want to know the surface area in square feet. I need to add up the area of all the faces. So I have the area of, now the faces, there's a triangle here and a triangle on the back side. So we got the front triangle, and we need the area of the back triangle, and those should be the same, just like the front and back. Okay. Plus, we've got the area of, we got a right side rectangle and a left side rectangle. And the area of the left side rectangle, and those rectangles should be the same. And then we have a bottom rectangle right here. Okay. And that bottom rectangle is going to be slightly different than the right and left side rectangles. Okay. We're just going to add all those up because those are all 5 faces. Again, we've got one front and a back, a left and a right and a bottom for this prism right here. So the area of the front triangle is going to be 1/2 times the base times the height. Okay? Well, so that's 1/2 times the base of that triangle is right here. It's 6 times the height, which is 4. So 1/2 times 6 is 3. 1/2 of 6 is 3 times 4 is 12. Okay? And the area of the back is going to equal the same thing. 1/2 times 6 times 4, because they're the same dimensions. So that equals 12 again. The area of the right rectangle, well, the right rectangle, this is 7 for the length and 5 for the width. 7 times 5, which equals 35. And the left rectangle has to be the exact same as the right one, so it's 7, because they're across from each other, so it's 7 times 5, which equals 35. Then the bottom rectangle, we'll look at the bottom rectangle right here. Okay, it's got a length of 7, but a width of 6, which is 42. Then we're just going to take all of those and add those up. Okay, so I've got 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 5 and 5, which is 10, so 4 plus 10 is 14, plus 2 is 16, carry the 1, and I've got 1 and 1 is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So it's 136 unit, or sorry, and it's feet, okay? So sorry about that. Should have 136 as our answer, and then it's in square feet it says. So square feet, or feet squared, same thing. And then surface area, just add up the area of all the sides, in this case all the faces. Alright, and we'll go on to one last example. Example 3 says Hector wants to paint the exterior walls of a shed. Find the lateral surface area of the shed. Okay, well the lateral surface area, that's just these outside walls right here. So this is a rectangular prism, alright, that we're looking at. We're not concerned about the roof. We want just the walls. So we're going to find the area of the front, the area of the back, the area of the left, and the area of the right. We have the walls part, again, not the roof up here. We're worried about this part down here. We're not doing the bottom or the top, just the lateral surface area. So the area of the front, well, the dimensions are 10 by 7, which is 70. And that has to be the same as the back. And the left and the right need to be the same as well. Well, I can see the left right here is 8 by 7. That means the right has to be the same thing, 8 by 7. And 8 times 7 is 56. So I'm going to add all those up. 6 plus 6 is 12. Carry the 1. 7 plus 7 is 14. Plus 1 is 15. Plus 10 is 25. So that's 252, and it's feet squared. So our label's in feet. Alright, and that's your lesson on finding the surface area of prisms, okay, and cylinders. Best of luck to you on your homework.